Can't even see him. I'm out right now on everyone.
TMI.
Good evening and welcome to the exciting first edition of Grievance's new World of Warcraft cast, Azeroth Almanac. I'll be your host tonight, guys, Ehgi, and along with me I have the producer.
The producer? I am the producer. I should change my little title right below me. I am the producer. I am Dashivah.
And then we also have the two guild leaders. First we have Cataclysm from the Alliance Guild.
What's up, everyone?
Catacritters?
It's good.
It's my name.
Oh, Cataclysm!
Catacritter is better. It's better anyway. Let's roll with it.
The Catacritters.
Catacritters.
And then last but not least, we have Shadowborn from the Horde Guild.
Isn't it Shadowborn?
It's Shadowborn.
Hello! With my full 4 pixels, it's deal with it.
I want to start out by saying, of course, thank you everyone who came out to watch us on this first edition of Azeroth Almanac. And I will be glancing over a lot at the Twitch chat, so I highly encourage everyone to get involved, to bring up topics, to ask questions, because I want this to be as open discussion as possible.
And rob banks.
Yes, get all the money. Rob all the money.
That's right.
The fake money. I shouldn't encourage robbery. But coming up with our first topic, we're going to talk about the release of Warlords of Draenor. Woo!
Woo!
Yay!
Big wad.
What?
All right.
Really?
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's 500 gold there.
It is. Right there.
Anyways, just to build up with Warlords of Draenor a little bit before we start talking about it more. At the end of Mists of Pandaria, Garrosh Hellscream is overthrown as war chief of the Horde by the combined Alliance Horde forces and taken into custody by Terran Zu, so that he can stand trial for the atrocities he committed in Pandaria. However, before he can be judged, Garrosh escapes captivity and with the aid of a mysterious ally travels back in time to the Orcish homeworld of Draenor prior to the rise of the Horde. He creates an alternate timeline by preventing the Orcish clans from drinking the blood of the demon lord Manor. I think I said that right, which led to their corruption by the Burning Legion and played a major role in the events of the first 3 games. The clans unite into an Iron Horde using technology Garrosh brought from his time and begin a war of conquest on Draenor, building a dark portal that would allow them to travel through time and lay siege to the Azeroth of the present era. And then this is where all you and your champions come in, and we fly in and we tell them, no way.
No way.
No way.
But this is definitely... But this has definitely been a very exciting expansion. Don't you all agree?
Yes.
I mean,
As soon as we could play, it was amazing.
Yeah.
As soon as we could.
As soon as we could. Like, when we got in,
Yeah.
a week later, it was amazing.
3 days after launch, it was like,
Yeah.
oh, this is
4
good.
days tops.
This is good.
4 months
This is good.
Yeah.
and a half.
oh gosh, and there's just been so much to do. We have so much to talk about. I'm so excited. We got the new level 100 cap. You can buy a boost to 90, so you can bypass everything you've already played if you want. And it's just been great. There's been so many people having fun. The start was a little shaky because Blizzard wasn't ready for over 10 million players.
Yeah,
But
what was it, like a rise in like 2.5 million people?
3.3 million.
Was it 3.3?
I guess we can
3.3.
say that. They
Wow.
were not prepared.
They were all Alliance,
Yeah,
too.
they are.
What I did there?
Yeah. I see what Shadow did there.
Shardo.
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 Sorry. Excuse me, Shardo.
But to walk ourselves into the talking about the expansion more, I know the Alliance starting area was in Terran Jungle. I can't remember the name of it right now. Is it the same for the Horde?
Wait, what? Sorry, what was the again?
Is this
Sorry.
The starting
or
zone?
is the Shadow? The
Yeah,
starting
no,
zone
it's
for the
not.
Horde.
Or
It's
that,
Frostfire Ridge, actually.
but
It
that
is
first-
different?
yeah.
It's terrible.
When you first come through the portal.
That
Yeah,
first
that you-
little area
no.
though is the
It's the
same.
jungle.
Yeah.
Oh, it is all the jungle?
Yeah.
So what did you guys think about that? I actually really liked how they introduced everything and you actually traveled with like Thrall and everyone to set everything up.
I agree. That was great. And I usually don't really care about lore, honestly. Like, I usually just skip dialogues and stuff like that. And I found myself watching it and being interested in it, which is weird because that usually don't interest me. So I think it was really well done.
Well, I like how they did it because it was part of the gameplay rather than a cutscene or a dialogue tree or something that you're just choosing what you want to hear. But it was like you're playing along with all these people and it's telling you the story, and so you're doing the quest, but you're also hearing the story at the same time. So it was fun.
I definitely, yeah, that's definitely an agreeable topic for all of us. But to get to the starting areas a little bit, Cataclysm, will you tell us about Shadow Moon Valley a little bit and the starting for the Alliance?
Oh, it was great. You mean after the lag?
Did the lag ever stop?
Oh,
Nobody
yeah,
told me.
It did eventually. No, lag was pretty bad at the beginning, but after you got the 4-day head start, or late start, that's what I should have said, that it was real great. It was fun. Leveling through there, seeing lots of new stuff. Being on the ground is way more fun than flying in the air, in my opinion.
Definitely.
You see so much more. You're looking at so much more. Viewing, trying to get to the top of peaks just to look down at stuff, just to take in the view.
Well, it's kind of like Burning Crusade, right? Even when you first walked in, you're like, I can't fly.
Nah, that's perfect.
Yeah.
Water Strider was the way to go, though. Getting across some ponds was pretty fun.
Yeah, I wish I had had one.
Yeah, I told everyone to get one.
I'm a druid. I can transform it to a whatever that is.
I'm a
Just not
druid.
bird.
I'm a druid.
Just can't go
Did
to
we
bird
ask
anymore.
Shadow? Did we ask what class you were right now?
I'm a druid.
Okay.
Wait.
Shadow, you want to tell us about Frostfire Ridge? I'm really curious to hear about it since I play Alliance personally.
Oh, he's a
Dash,
druid.
you can help him.
I'm just. Yeah, Frostfire Ridge. It's good. A lot of snow. Looks like my backyard. A lot, actually. First couple of quests were super bugged at the beginning, so that was kind of frustrating. I've heard people being stuck on the same quest for like hours.
Yeah.
When stuff got settled, though, it's a great zone. It's a bit long in my liking. Like, I think, because you really want to complete everything to get all the followers, right? So I think I spent almost 4 levels in that place. So when I was done, I was done. Like, I don't think I would go back in there for a little while. That said, the cinematic at the end of it
Was worth it.
fantastic.
Yeah, that was.
Oh,
good.
yeah.
Oh my god. I had
was
like
really
goosebumps. It was crazy.
Yeah.
Like literally. But yeah, I mean, I think it's good. I think it's probably not my favorite, but it's better than Hellfire Peninsula, I can tell you that.
I liked it because like the little hints that it was what's the one in Burning Crusade called?
Hellfire?
No, but what's the spiky one?
Oh, Blade's Edge.
Blade's
Yeah.
Edge. Like it was cool to see the little hints of it. Like this will be Blade's Edge. Like
Yeah.
they had Blade's Edge Mountain or whatever it was, or Blade's yeah. And so it was like to see the little hints when you first walked in, but it would look completely different. But you could still have that one valley with all the ogre things and everything. It was like hints of it. And
When
so it
you
was
actually
nostalgic.
go in there in Burning Crusade, isn't there like bubbles in which there's like super dense jungle, which is like what it's now in Draenor? Like, I think there's like blinks and stuff like that really throw you back to it, I think. Or I'm crazy. That can also be true.
You could be a little bit crazy. There's a touch of it there.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not wearing an iron mask, so I think that's still put me over you. On the
You're
not
jealous. Everyone is jealous. I'm sure everyone laughed when they saw this.
Yeah, after
I'm
being
sure
scared,
everybody did. I think
Yeah.
it probably
They
took
got-
everybody a minute to realize this was actually happening.
I can go get the chainsaw if you want and come back.
Yeah.
When they got over the terror, I'm pretty sure they did laugh. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm still not over the terror, by the way.
Before we move on to the next topic, I'm just going to read a couple comments I noticed in the chat that definitely stuck out to me. From Gorgonax, he mentioned it was fun to be the BDH instead of the NPCs being all big and bad all the time. I definitely agree with that. I felt very more connected to the theme and the story going on since I was actually able to run through, like I mentioned, with Thrall and them and moved with the story. like I feel like I'm part of the story, which is very much more engaging compared to the past games. Rather than like you beat the boss, but then you have a cutscene of just some big name NPC doing all this talking and being the big awesome guy. So, don't know how you guys feel about that. If you want to comment at all.
All right,
Um,
You
and
agree?
then
I agree. No, whatever. What else?
and then I'm not.
Trocian wants to get a shout out. Trocian.
What's up, buddy?
Trocian!
Hello.
Trosh!
The peace sign. Okay, apparently this is cool now again.
Is that cool? Yeah.
What? Peace
Is
sign?
that cool?
In Japan.
That's a gang sign that can get you killed in some streets. You shouldn't do those.
What?
What? Canada
Where?
doesn't have
What
streets.
street
Canada does not have streets.
We have
No,
avenues.
we also don't have guns anyway. Don't worry.
Okay.
I got guns. You want me to go get my guns?
Well, you can get snowballed to death.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Mm-hmm.
Very nice.
That's just. Anyways, moving on to our next topic. We're going to be very open discussion with this next topic. I want to hear what everybody has to say. We're all going to talk about our own. But our next topic is going to be the classes and class changes and how everybody feels about everything. And eventually we will get to the different individual classes. But first I'm going to bring up a couple of points that cover all the classes universally. The stat squish. I feel like they did a great job with the stat squish. Yeah, there wasn't like crazy numbers all over my screen. Like it was getting up there like at the start of Cata.
So it covers my my whole UI. It's like
Yeah.
now it's tiny numbers again.
At some point, those numbers were just untrackable. You needed to have some kind of add-on to tell you if you were doing right. Because I mean, I was critting over like 800k on my warrior, and it was cool to see those huge numbers. But at some point, they just don't mean anything, you know.
Yeah, especially when it's all comes down to like the same end goal of the numbers. So, and I'm still they definitely why they squished the classes and your characters. They definitely appropriately squished down the mobs as well. There was didn't seem to be any kind of struggle between that, so that was nice.
That when they just did 6.0, I noticed some old content stuff that was not balanced correctly, and there was fight that you just couldn't solo. I went in a Trial of the Crusader actually on my was it on Madrid? Yeah, I think it was on Madrid. Anyway, and I couldn't solo the console fight because in that fight there's actually healers, and the numbers were so off that me alone with the DPS I was doing at level 90. I could not even like out DPS the healers. So I was stuck in there for like 15 minutes while I had like a raid 20 minutes later. So I was swearing at my team. So he was like, I'm stuck in that instance because I cannot defeat that encounter. But they couldn't kill me either. So I spent like 15 minutes till I find a way to like reset the fight. It was crazy. But yeah, I think they fixed it. But all the reports that I got from the squish being wrong was from like old content and stuff like that.
Oh, okay. See, I didn't go see some of that content, but it sounds like they got it all fixed correctly then right away then. Correct? Correct?
Well, I didn't go back in there because I have so much shorts to do on my garrison and stuff, but I've heard that it's better, so I'm guessing it is.
Sorry to interrupt, Eggy, but your mic is crackling.
Is that better?
Plug it in, plug it in.
It just started, but like whenever any sound comes through your mic, it makes
better.
crackling.
It's better.
Test?
No, it's not better.
No.
Yeah, see, it's just whenever sound comes through.
It's like nails on a chalkboard.
How about now?
Okay,
That's better.
there we go. Yay.
Okay, I unplugged it and plugged it back in, so that's good.
Yes, very nice.
That's what I said. Plug it in.
Yeah,
Plug it in, plug it in.
nice, Kata. Kata, people want to see your face now.
I know they do, but it's maybe for the
It's
next.
a build-up. It's a
It's-
build-up.
Shardo was like, no.
What? See? No one wants to see me. It's good.
Congrats going out to Trocian because he got a 661 ring from High Mall. Lucky.
Axe.
What?
That's crazy.
Axing. Or axing.
Next, I didn't notice this actually until I was reading patch notes, but they got rid of hit, expertise, dodge, parry, and reforging.
Thank God.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Yeah.
Well, I don't know.
right?
Reforging would be nice right now. I'm sick of mastery versatility on all my gear.
Yeah.
What did reforging
Gives
do
it-
again?
You could
Just
take,
made it change a little bit.
Hmm.
Change
could
some
take a-
stats.
We did introduce with this expansion tertiary stats though: avoidance, leech, inspiration, speed, and sturdiness. I'm not as a caster. I mean, as a healer, I'm not really sure how I feel about any of the other ones besides avoidance right now. Have you guys been able to feel the effects of any of those?
I did not. But I mean, it's
Hmm.
such a small difference that I mean, I don't think it's going to be that noticeable. The only thing I don't like about it is that it's so random that you can't even go in somewhere and farm for a piece because you never know what you're going to get, and
Yeah.
that that can sometimes be frustrating because I'm as a druid because I played druid as a druid. There are stats that you really don't need, and I really like. All I need is haste, basically, so versatility and stuff like that. I don't need, and all I was getting first when I was gearing up for heroics was that, and I was like, the item level is better, but the itemization is just crap, and it's. I don't know. I think we'll get used to it, but I agree with Kat on the fact that reforaging was kind of cool in the sense that you could rework some item. Now they've added like tons of stats and stuff to gear, but you can't do anything with it. So it's like they worsened the problem and they removed the way to fix it.
Excuse me. Yeah, I can definitely agree with that. I haven't felt the effect of anything. I feel like the ideas of some of the tertiary stats are great, but I don't feel a difference. The nice part is, though, along with the tertiary stats being random, you could also randomly get a socket,
Jesus.
and you can randomly get indestructible, which I've been loving indestructible.
Yeah.
And I know avoidance helps you avoid AoE damage from around you, which is definitely a nice thing considering how much they've ramped up AoE and all that. Leech lets you leech some of your damage or heals back. Have you guys seen Inspiration yet? Personally, I haven't seen that on any gear yet.
I
I
did
have
not.
not. I am not inspired at all. None of us are apparently because
I'm sorry I can't inspire you,
none of
Dash.
us.
I've
None of us
failed.
have inspiration.
I'm uninspired.
But at first, I did want to say I do not miss as a warlock. I do not miss hit.
I
Yeah.
could see
No, I
that.
don't think anybody do actually.
Yeah,
Oh.
like I used to hate it when I'm like, oh, I had all this spell power, but I didn't have that just enough hit,
Yeah.
and so my crit would not hit or something. Yeah, it's terrible.
Perch
Yeah, I mean-
Jager brings up a good point. He says, I think we're going to need eye level stuff for higher budgets to make the tertiary stat high enough to make a positive difference. Which,
Yeah, I agree.
yeah.
But I mean, that whole expansion so far feel like the gear you're getting at, you're just looking at the eye level. Like so far, I know itemization is going to be a factor at some point, but right now, all everybody's doing is try to increase their eye level. So those stats are so insignificant that you kind of just don't care about them. The only thing you look at is the eye level, actually. And at some point,
Just-
you'll have to itemize. But
Yeah, you can
people are just
definitely.
getting the item level just to get into raids right now.
You can definitely tell people are playing the numbers game. I'm not sure about like DPS because of course everyone's always rushing to have their highest DPS output personally. But on the healing side, I've noticed like a tremendous increase in people overhealing just because they want to see those numbers and prove something, even though it's not really needed in healing as much.
you can prove that they lack mana. That's a really good proof to make.
Yeah.
But I'm sure once the content's been out for a while and people start to calm down, we'll definitely see some itemization and all that. So I definitely agree with that. BSG Go says past 655 maybe, and maybe. And then we have
I think
some
he's talking
agreements.
about my helmet.
Your helmet is,
Totally,
is that the eye level of your helmet?
It's
Is that-
655 at
Oh,
least.
okay.
Minimum.
Minimum.
Could be Warforged with
Okay.
the socket.
Olaf, in some cases, I'm actually seeing overhealing reaching more than 50%. I actually had a druid today, and I'll get more into it later during another segment, but I actually had a druid today who overhealed 5.22 million, and the heals that actually went through were less than 3 million. But, so, now we'll get into classes more now to get the ball rolling. Because this is always what people want to talk about, want to hear about. Everybody loves their character. Everybody loves their class. Great. I want to see lots of excitement, hopefully. We'll start out with, we'll go in alphabetical order and start out with the Death Knight. I don't know what your guys' opinions on Death Knights are, and I really want to hear them. No one in this cast plays one, but I don't care. I want to hear all opinions.
Because we have like 50 of them in each guild. It's like...
Yeah, that's true. Death Knights are definitely still overpowered. It'll probably always be like that. But I'm definitely finding them to be the easiest all-around tank to heal so far.
Yeah, they got really good heals for themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they always had a huge amount of stuff. So, I mean, it's a great tanking class. But actually, Dash, I'm going to have to disagree. We definitely don't have enough Death Knight in our guild.
Oh, neither do we.
Not
no,
enough.
I mean it's only like 65% of our melee DPS that are Death Knights, so that's still another 35% that are just not good enough, and they don't have the sustain we're looking for. So if you could all just roll Death Knight and we got over it, that'd be great. But yeah, no, actually they're good. That's the good class. But let's not complain about classes being good. There's a lot of classes that need fix right now, and those are the classes that we should complain about.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Then Golan just brought up a good point. A DK sold Garrosh Heroic 10-man.
Yeah,
so.
That was sick video.
Mm-hmm. I've never actually seen the video. Do you want to tell us about it?
No, it was pretty much level 90, and he soloed it, and it took him like half an hour.
Wow, I don't
hour,
have that
really?
patience.
Like, how did he handle the weapons, the desecrated weapons?
It was just crazy. I had to fast forward most of it and just to get to the end. I was like, there's no way he's doing this. Fast forward to the 15-minute mark and then the 30-minute mark, and it's like he did this.
Yeah, but let's be real. Like, it's not everybody that can do that. Like, the 50 million DKs I have in my guild, I challenge every last one of them. Nobody can do it. And it's like those dudes that are doing stuff like that. It's insane to watch them, but that's not something that anybody can do. Like, they probably, they did it in 15 minutes. Like, they probably spent 15 hours trying to even out every detail to make that kill happen. So really, I think it's super cool that it's possible. And I don't think that means that the class is broken. I just mean that somebody lack a real life. But anyway.
You should go try it on your druid.
Yeah, actually, I should. Because I don't know if I mentioned it, but actually play a druid.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Our next class to talk about is Druid!
Whoa. My God!
Okay. Oh,
Blown away.
Druids.
I heard the
Druid.
Alright, they have trees, they have bears.
They have owls, they have kitties. And that's all that matters about Druids, right?
They can't even fly in this expansion.
I know.
Yeah, but they can swim as a weird beast.
That's true.
Like a dog cat, I guess.
Anyways, Dash, you want to head us off and talk about Druids and talk about your Druid a little?
My druid.
Oh, I'm sorry, I meant Shadow.
What?
I'm sorry, I apologize.
But am I being betrayed? Wait, I can talk to you. A warlock, he's level 8, and I like him. No, yeah, my druid, I like it. I think it's good. I was on the fence when I was leveling because I didn't know. I really don't like the change they made to balance. I think balance is borderline retarded right now. It's the pendulum thing. Just take all the decision making out of the class and just throw it out the window, basically. You used to have decisions when you were playing balance, and that's what was making great balance druid and poor balance druid. You had a lot of windows where you could screw up, but when you were not screwing up, you would do amazing. And now Blizzard have straight up the specs so much that they're actually telling you what to do. There's like one thing to do, and you can still screw up, but I mean, if you screw up at balance druid right now, you should just get help because it's really easy to play, really. And I don't like the changes they did with that. But I'm Resto anyway, and when it comes to Resto, I think that right now the druids are in a really great spot. Like, I've healed, on a druid back in vanilla, and the only thing you could do was even touch and rejuve. Like you had 0 use. You had a battle res. Yeah, you had a battle res. And right, you always lacked Osh spells. You always lacked the big heal that could bring somebody from 5% to 100%. You always lacked that as a druid. You could work your way around it, but that was something that was always lacking. And right now on my druid, I feel like I have so much tools. I can do, I can burst, I can instacast. I have my battle res, who's now instacast, which is now instacast, and I can glyph it to bring the player back with 100% life, which sounds meh, but it's actually really useful, especially since now we're doing heroics for the first time. We're going to do progression, so people will stand in the up, scrap, and die. Yeah, I actually am. So yeah, I like Crystal Druid. When it comes to Feral, I can tell because I haven't tried Feral since 6.0, but what I heard was that Feral was way easier to play than before, which is kind of a bummer because I liked the fact that that spec was hard to play, but could produce really good numbers. Now I've heard that they produce still good numbers, but it's way easier to play. So I don't know. I'll have to try it, I guess.
So they
I've
dubbed
heard
it
that
down
too.
a little bit.
They did. They really did. It's like my Fury Warrior, and people in the guild have been hearing me complaining about it since 6.0, but I did most of our SO progression with my Fury Warrior, and I liked it. Like the Fury playstyle was really fun. And when they released 6.0 with the ability pruning, I logged on my Warrior and I was like, yeah, my bars were full. Now I have 3 spells. What the hell? And it's just not the same thing anymore. And I feel like they did the same thing with balance. Like balance is not the same as it was. And I'm kind of scared that they did that to Feral too. So I'm going to have to investigate that. I would love to play Feral. It's just that gathering a new set of armor for it right now, it's just not something I have the time for. But if I had to choose between balance or Feral, I would definitely go Feral.
That's awesome. One thing I did notice about druids is when it comes to tanks, I've struggled the most to heal druids in most cases because I don't know if you can comment on this. I don't know how often you tank or if you tried it with the new expansion, but the druid tank right now, I feel like it's very, very cooldown rotation. It requires a really good cooldown rotation in order to keep up there more easily. Because, like I said, I've been fine healing some. I've struggled the most with others compared to any other tank.
Druid's tanks are always been a bit like Resto Shaman in a sense that early expansion they tend to be on the weak side of the balance side. Druid tanks, because of the way their scaling work with their stats, because they get most of their defensive stat out of their bare form, right? So when you don't have a huge eye level, or when the later tiers of rating haven't been released yet, you tend to be weaker. So normally that's what we saw in the last 5 million expansion. Druid tanks are super hard to heal early on, but then they get ridiculous at the end of the expansion. And Resto Shamans, most of the time, ends up being the same. Like Resto Shaman are usually not that great early expansion and became monsters late expansion. So I don't know. I haven't healed on my Shaman yet, but if it's like it was every expansion, it's probably how it is right now.
Okay, if we can talk about that more when we get the shamans, then thank you. That's good to hear that you can talk about shamans too. Next up in alphabetical order, we have the hunter. And I don't know about you guys, but they are so overpowered right now.
I know.
This lone wolf stuff.
They can move and do damage at the same time. What?
No, but everybody is dropping their mains to roll hunters right now. There's at least 3 members that I know that were raiding with us last year that dropped their main and they're playing.
And they're playing hunters,
right
really?
Yeah, really.
Oh,
I don't know what they did with hunters, but people are rushing to them.
Oh, I know. I'll be in a group with them, and it's there's a hunter, and they're just running around. Oh, I'm on top of the DPS list. And it's
yeah.
But that always
terrible.
been the case, though. But
I mean,
they have a spec marksman now. They need to stay in place if they want to get the buff that make them do more damage. That's the thing now, but I don't know how important it is. I don't know how long they need to stay in place, but I know that there's at least one spec where they need to stay in place so that they get that buff that let them do more damage. So I don't know about that. It probably feel more like a regular caster, I guess, when you play that spec.
Mm-hmm. And just to push this out there again, when we're talking about your class, guys, and none of us play that class, feel free to spam that chat room with anything you want said about the class.
Yeah, apparently.
I love to hear more.
Hunters don't need it, Ujik.
Yeah, they,
DPS is me all day long.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about Lone Wolf personally. I feel like Hunter's supposed to have a pet. The fact that they can just absorb their pet, I don't know. I feel like that's kind of destroying the Hunter.
They can do what to a pet?
they're just they
Wolves,
absorb their pet
They
now, right?
absorb their pet?
I don't know how better way to
Okay.
put it, but Lone Wolf, they don't have a pet. They just have the stat boost, don't they?
Okay.
Or something like that.
I've been hearing so many complaints over the years of hunters being tired of having pets running around them. So I mean, why not give the option to the players? I mean, more choices is always better, right?
They just kill their pet and say, "I'm more powerful."
That's so warlocky, though.
It is. Trying to copy us.
Yeah, I can see that. Next up, we have mages. I haven't personally seen a lot of mages this expansion. Surprisingly, I only
They
see
blink.
one now and then.
They blink. Yeah, the mages
Don't
they
blink.
blink.
What I've heard about mages is that their 2-button rotation got pruned to 1 button, so there's a lot of mages that are not happy. No, I don't know. I've been. I know that Gaz is actually one of our officers playing a monk, and I think he's playing a frost monk, and he was complaining of
Mage.
A
Mage?
frost mage.
Mage,
Frost,
that's what I meant.
Frost monk.
Frost monk?
Whoa!
Frost
There's
monk is the
something
new
doing
class.
wrong?
Frost monk.
I was not supposed to reveal it. I'm sorry, Blizzard. I won't in the future. Man. Yeah, frost mages.
Yeah, frost mage for mages though. That's the top for them right now, right? And even then, they're still
Yeah.
they're still not great.
They're not performing. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
not hearing good stuff from it. But
Just be nice to see a different spec from them, not just Frost anymore. Like
Yeah.
But fire
Bring
is so
fire.
gear intensive.
it
That's the
is.
thing,
It was
fire,
last.
you need,
expansion,
like-
too.
I think it still is. It's based on crit, so every spec that is based on crit will require you to have super good gear.
Yeah, I feel like I've seen mostly a ton of Frost right now. But this Nucho agrees with you guys and really hopes Fire comes back. The Goblin says Fire Mage with Dragon's Breath Glyph. Take 5 to 6 and dot with Living Bomb, then poof with Dragon's Breath, and they're gone. I think you mean the enemy's gone?
No, the mage
No, the
actually
mage- the
suicide
mage is
and
gone.
kill
Yeah.
the mob.
The
Yeah.
mage
And then it becomes a warlock.
disappear. Yeah,
Exactly.
I'm like, isn't that a warlock just fire?
Yeah.
That's me. That's how I feel. I feel like I'm just
Exactly. Can you do that thing with the ends again? That's exactly how I feel.
So maybe they'll buff them in the future? Do they feel like they need it then? Is that the consensus?
I don't know. It's hard to say.
I'll talk about it when we get to the warlock. it's the same feeling, I think.
Yeah,
Where a
probably. It seems
DPS
about right.
only class is like one of the weakest DPS classes.
But they were on top for 6 years, so you can.
Yeah, but that's
leave
all.
some
That's
shard.
all they can do, or that's all we can do.
I agree.
We can't go tank, or we can't go be a tree or anything. It's like
You don't
Yeah.
wanna
Be a tree. I'm gonna be a tree.
Retarded.
Can't even swim very good underwater.
A tree.
yeah.
Don't be a tree. Kids, don't be a tree.
Stay in
Catach-
school.
Stay in school.
Stay at
don't
school.
Be,
Don't be a tree.
Stay in school. Don't be a tree.
be a monk.
Real
Kata,
hard.
Say no to heels.
Kata, you want to tell us about monks a little bit?
Monks, they're so they're not good. They're terrible. They don't even do DPS.
I do feel
I
bad
agree.
for monk healers right now because from everything I've
Yeah,
heard, monk
monks
healers just
Bad.
yeah.
Frost monk. Yeah, tanks are doing pretty good. It's really gear dependent right now. I've been looking at the monk forums on WoW quite a bit, and tanks are struggling in the beginning, but once you start getting up there in the item level, they're actually becoming a lot better. And Windwalker, well, they say apparently we're on top with the Simcraft, but there's no way. I'm getting beat left, right, and center by hunters, and I think a warlock did beat me once, but that was
What? Impossible.
That was
Try to
just
take
once.
off your mask.
Impossible.
be-
what? No, I can't. What?
Yep, that's
How
holding,
would that-
that's holding back your DPS to the match.
Yeah,
Hold back?
Yeah.
And then, yeah.
Clearly because
Oh my god, reveal!
Whoa! Because of top of the DPS.
That's it.
Oh,
That's
I
it.
gotta find a
Warlock
place
will
for
ever
it.
reach.
The power
Desk is so
Too
packed.
much.
is too much.
Oh.
It's like Raiders of the Lost Ark all over again.
Shut your eyes.
But yeah, Windwalkers, they said they did ability pruning, but we actually got like 2 extra buttons. And then for each 100 talent we take, we have to switch our gear. Like, what happened to them saying that we were, only going to have 1 piece of gear this expansion? It didn't even happen. You got to have 3 pieces of gear for 3 sets of gear for every 100 talent we take.
That sucks.
I don't know what our monk's talking about, because every time I'm in a group with a monk or like around a monk, I'll be questing like, okay, I gotta take down this one guy, all right, I'm gonna take down this other guy, and then this monk comes in, spinning. I'm like, what's going on? And he's like, oh, I completed. He's doing whatever you call it. What's the 1,000 Epex's crystal quest and.
Shat.
The pit?
Yeah, for Shat. He's just by
Okay.
himself.
Shat
Do,
daily.
do, 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 do.
Oh,
I'm
that's
like,
all you do.
"Oh, I need a group. Why is he by himself?
Not a group. I just throw out my little shadow people, and there's my group right there.
Shadow people.
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay,
look at
sir.
someone's ratting you out too. They're like, "Hey, your DPS."
No,
was
I wasn't.
the best. They said the
No,
best.
what happened was a raid leader wasn't there. I had to step up and raid lead, and I was too busy worrying about where everyone was. My DPS was terrible.
Yeah, terrible at the top of the list. It was just terrible.
Wasn't. I was like 5th, maybe 2nd. It's hard to say.
Well,
Well,
sir,
I've
it
noticed
sounds
since-
like you should work harder.
Yeah.
I'm trying to. It's hard. When you're in a raid and you're with a whole bunch of people, you're worried about what everyone's doing.
It's probably because he's a panda.
Monks,
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, bandits can die,
Once you did start getting gear, I did notice a big increase in your DPS, though.
Yeah, it was hard though. Lots of side upgrades once we started doing heroics a lot easier.
I did heal a monk once that was tanking, and he was phenomenal. It was
Yeah.
awesome. So I can't speak for monks as a whole as tanks, but it was pretty cool seeing a monk take for a change.
Yeah, a
I
lot
don't
of
see
them
him
are
very
getting
often.
it figured out. I know Tayan, one of our officers, he's come back to playing his monk after a rough a week of not wanting to play it, and he's actually having a lot more fun playing it. So that's good. I'm happy that he's playing it a little bit more now, because now there's 2 monks, not 1, not me. I was a lonely monk.
So what you're saying is that you doubled the amount of monks in your guild.
Yeah, we doubled.
That's great.
Just by a couple.
That's great. That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
And it's pretty cool because the monk relies on its statue a lot for a lot of things, and everything attacks the statue, and you're barely even healing the monk.
But that poor
That's true.
statue, nobody heal him. I mean,
Yeah.
sucks to be a statue.
Start healing that statue more.
There goes a statue.
Yeah.
I'm sick
It's your
of
tree.
I'm sick of your monk talk.
All right.
All powerful.
All right.
All powerful and
and
complaining.
awesome.
Well, okay.
Paladins. Haven't had any issues with any paladins healing. They definitely have a lot of self heals right now. Paladin tanks are definitely able to keep themselves up pretty good. I do know a couple people when the expansion first came out who were struggling with healing because there were so many people weren't sure what stats were better. This website had that website had that. But I feel like they've started to even out a lot better. Definitely a good healer, definitely a good tank. I'm not sure about the DPS. I've seen a couple way up there though. What do you guys think?
I think it's way better than it was from what I'm seeing, from what I'm hearing. Red was not in a great spot in SOO, but right now I think it's pretty decent. I think it's the most boring spec ever, but I think it's better.
Yeah, but I hear ret pallies in PvP are doing pretty well. That's pretty exciting playing them.
From what I was hearing from Frenchie, the raid leader, who's actually playing a burger at it because he's a torrent pod. Anyway, he said that healing as a paladin, and he used to heal on his paladin, and he said that he didn't like it. He said that it felt tool as he felt like he was either doing single target healing or group healing, but he couldn't like do both, or the way group healing worked was really not where it should been. So topping people off would take so much time that your tank would basically die. So he was lacking like the quick reflexes tools that he would have needed. So he told me that he would not heal on his paladin in raid because he would not feel comfortable with it. Tanking though seems pretty good. I'm pretty sure that paladin tanks are really good right now.
Yeah, then there's Nacho mentioned it, and I believe Gorgonex's wife Kaylora mentioned it to me before. There definitely seems to be an all-around agreement that their single target heals are much better, while their like AoE heals are lacking a bit. So
Kay's one of our paladin healers on the alliance side, and she's great at keeping the whole party up through stupid fights and pulls, and she does a great job doing it. I know I've played with Andiva, and he's always played a red paladin, and he's up there in numbers. Like, he's doing high numbers, so I think paladins are
2
right
minutes.
in the pack.
I have a
Hi, Shadow.
Our druid left us.
Yes,
no,
let's talk
not
about
the
him now.
druid.
The druid.
No.
It's just a spinning
It's a
chair.
Yeah. His workout druid bike there. Look at that.
Well, when he turns into bear form, he puts on some extra weight, so he's got to work it off.
He's gonna work
Yeah,
it out
that's
to
true,
become a
yeah.
cat.
I actually do with the group of people I normally do challenge modes with. There's actually a ret paladin. He usually tops the DPS chart. It's pretty sick. So
Yeah.
once they get geared and up there, it's definitely great.
Oh, I'm glad I'm making her blush, Gorg. She is. She's a great healer.
Oh, I agree. I felt I was kind of mad about how much of a mess it was at the start of the expansion, because I knew she was a great healer. Just things had to get figured out and moved around first.
Everyone was losing confidence right at the beginning of the expansion just due to item level and gear and all that. So it's nice to see that once people started getting their item level to do their heroics and then their side upgrades, that people were just progressing further and better.
Oh yeah, definitely. But next I'm gonna talk about priests. Yay! I gotta say, the one thing that is making me the happiest about priests is whether you play holy or discipline, they have done a great job at evening out the DPS. When I was doing Korgoth when I pumped the raid today just to get a feeling for it, one of my other fellow healers was actually a discipline priest. And it was great to see, because at the start he was ahead of me, but then as it started to even out, we were pulling off throughout the rest of the entire fight. We were pulling out the same heals per second while we were the same item level. And at the end, we were only off healing difference-wise by total of 0.1 million, which I pulled ahead with. But the fact that it's so evened out and so much better, and playing you can actually play a holy priest now if you want, or play different priest, and you can still get those numbers, is just phenomenal. That being said, I'm kind of sad about the area of Shadow Priest at the moment. While I feel like it does have that, it has great sustainability, because it has all those self heals as it's going off through a fight. But maybe, I don't know, I feel like they're way too reliant on crit, because unless I crit, my damage numbers are just super low. And I built myself a DPS set, and it's pretty high up there, but I've tried different rotations and stuff, and I just can't seem to build up. I mean, they're probably not doing as bad as other classes. And I mean, their sustainability, like I said, makes up for it. But I don't plan on DPSing anytime soon. I like healing too much.
You should heal.
I've seen a lot of great Shadow. I've seen
Yes,
a lot of great Shadow.
we need
Shadow
healers.
Yeah.
We do too. We actually need more healers. I feel like
So
the
do
new
we.
changes. Yeah, I feel like the new changes they made to mana really scared a lot of people away from healing. It's actually not that bad, guys. It's a bit harder. It's harder than what it was in SO, but SO was just face roll. As a healer, it was so easy. It's not on Cataclysm level. It's challenging, but at least involved. You're doing something.
Yeah, I definitely have to use my abilities that give me that mana through the fight a little bit as I need it. But I've found that as long as my DPS isn't super low or too low, I'm not really starting to see my mana become an issue until the boss is about to go down or has already gone down. So as long as everybody is on par and doing what they're supposed to and doing great, then it's not too much of an issue. You just can't super spam like your super expensive heals. Like I can't sit there and go flash heal, flash heal, flash heal, flash heal, flash heal, because then I'm not going to have any mana.
Can I have a GIF of that?
CC is big as too.
Yeah. Now we're gonna make a
Half
GIF
the
out of
season.
that. Flash heal.
Thank you.
Flash heal, flash heal, flash heal. You guys got that? Flash heal.
Nice.
Good.
Yeah, I'm
Good.
surprised Eggi's an alliance right now. Like she looks like a blood elf, doesn't she? Like she
No.
Okay, no, okay.
You mean the blood
Okay,
elf
you,
that
you want
they are
to hear a
so fresh?
secret?
Don't
Since
coax her
BC
over.
Yes.
Since BC, I played an undead prot warrior. Until mid Cata,
That's it. Friends
I
off.
was an
Until
undead
mid
prot
that
warrior.
guy.
Yeah.
Until mid that guy.
Mid him? Or
Yeah.
Terrible.
Yeah.
Okay, Nautica says the Shadow Priest kills the DPS charts. I probably just haven't seen a good
seen
one
some.
personally then. And like I said, I always heal. So there's a good chance I'm doing something wrong anyways. But I've seen up and down opinions. But yeah, backing up. Yeah, I just went Alliance because I wanted for this expansion and everything because I wanted a change of pace after playing Horde for so long. Which was definitely a nice change of scenery.
I did the opposite. I was an Alliance player since vanilla, and I switched to Horde back in 5.4 when they released SOO. And yeah, I don't miss gnomes at all. I don't. No gnomes, no.
Yes, you do.
I
You do.
really don't. Kat, I have a question for you.
Oh, of course,
You-
sir.
Do you know how many gnomes you need to paint a wall in red?
No, they're still trying to figure it out.
No, it depends on how hard you throw them.
Oh.
Mm,
Yeah, that's true.
very good.
My pleasure. My pleasure.
I look forward to the next gnome joke. The next
Yeah. Yeah, keep them coming.
Yep.
Keep 'em coming.
Yep.
Coral
We'll
says
have
Horde
one
for
per
life. Let's see some Alliance love in that chat. Come on.
Nope.
Yeah, Coral.
No. See, nobody's beating Coral.
Yeah.
Coral's unbeatable.
Yep.
He's a raid boss.
He's a
Basically.
he's a warrior. A warrior. Okay, rogues.
Yes.
I heard they can steal, stealth, and do stuff with daggers.
Yeah, they got
That's
daggers.
the extent of it.
You know, like every time I hear that sound effect of like when they're doing their what's that, the fan
Oh.
of daggers or whatever, like I think of Hearthstone and I'm like, no. Like
Mm.
I don't know if any of you have played Hearthstone, but like I hate that ability with the rogues and they do this.
I think Rogue, from what I've heard, is like the class that I've changed the least since ever, and that sounds great. It's pretty accurate, actually. Are you the one who VO'd it from Blizzard?
I
For
am.
Blizzard?
I am.
Okay,
did.
I know.
Rogues
just
are pretty
sold.
good. The assassin
Yeah.
spec is doing really good right now. I know a lot of people are struggling with the combat, but assassin's like mid pack. And yes, we do have
Yeah.
rogues in our guild on the
My
alliance.
husband
side.
actually plays.
Yeah, we have 2
Yeah,
or 3.
I think we have 3. We have 3. Yeah,
So if you get one more, you'll increase by 25.
Eggy's better half, and
Mitsusuko.
Mitsusuko.
Mr.
he's,
Tsuko.
I call him Mr.
He is-
Director.
He is
Mr.
the director.
The director.
Director.
The director. Hello, Mr. Director.
Oh, done that before.
I have a gif of that,
Yeah,
please.
yep. No.
Flash you, flash you, flash you.
Can I have both of those sent to me?
I don't know. I don't know much about rogues personally. Does anybody in chat want to help us out?
They pickpocket. That's,
They
yeah.
pickpockets.
They
stab.
open. Yeah, they open my lock boxes when I need them.
They go.
Yeah. Deemlin says assassin rogues are a lot of fun, but if you miss a single ability in the rotation, you drop a lot.
Always
I
been
think-
like that, though. I mean, I was playing a rogue in Wrath of Lichkin, and that's what actually made me switch out of rogue DPS. It's because it was so punishing. You could, get in a raid. I don't remember the raid. The 5-man, the heroic that was in Eldor. Was it Throne of Thunder? Not Throne of Thunder, but whatever. You couldn't stealth at all in that old instance. Like you were stealth the first mob,
Like
and
Halls
then
of Lightning?
all of lightning. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
And you
Well,
couldn't steal
I
back.
tried.
So all your rotation was screwed up by that. And if you were missing one thing, if you would not, use your finishing move at the correct time, you would drop like half your DPS. And that's what really made me switch out of it, because it's cool, but it's so involved. And during raid mechanics and fire and stuff, we always say that a dead DPS is 0 DPS. So if you have to choose between lending that finishing move or moving out of crap, you should move out of crap. But that also means that your DPS will plummet. So I don't know. That's, for me, that's not something that I'm interested in.
Because what class?
Yeah.
Rogue.
Oh, okay.
Rogue.
You're right.
We're doing a WoW video cast, Dashivah, in case you didn't know.
Oh, okay.
Oh, and also, I would like to mention that,
There it is.
Oh, there it is. Okay, okay.
I haven't
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm on it.
Good.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot. I'm sorry.
Jesus. Someone just screamed.
Yeah.
Shaman.
Shaman. Okay, Druid. Talk about the shaman.
I actually haven't touched my
Did they
shaman
get their
since-
buff right now? Did they get their buff yet? Origin thinks they did, but
I
According
think they
to
did because
Shocker-
Origin's DPS has gone up, but he's
Yeah,
also got
Shock-
a lot of good gear now.
okay.
One of our member who actually he's BSG Ghost on Twitch, was complaining a lot, and he's told me that it got better. It got lately. In elemental and even enhancement, I think got better. As far as healing goes, I haven't healed on mine yet, so I don't know. But what I always find about Rest of the Shaman is that it was so smart heal intensive. So you throw your stuff and then you watch your stuff heal for you, and I don't like that. I like choosing who I'm healing. I don't like throwing lines on somebody and then the lines will choose where they go. I don't like that mechanic from Shaman. But I'm hearing good stuff about them. So I think that number-wise, they're probably better than they were like early Mystic Pandaria.
BSG Ghost mentioned that healing is midline. I do know from a couple reviews I read that the shaman was above the monk, but still like one of those midline like filler healers.
I don't know. I think the
hopefully-
difference last night's raid.
Well, with the buff, hopefully those numbers have increased a lot. Everybody's saying the DPS definitely increased, which is great to hear because I know there was some frustration for some people.
I know Slayer plays a shaman healer, and she's amazing at it. Like,
That's good to hear.
she just does great stuff with it. She was gonna do the druid, but our raid leader
Oh,
pushed
druid?
her. Yeah, she was.
Druids
but
are pretty good.
they're not bad. Not bad.
Also, gotta mention Keta that Mike still does noodles, because Big Mike had the best noodles
Yeah.
before he switched to the Lions.
I think
So-
he gave up on the noodles.
Oh my god!
He stopped. Come to think,
I need to
don't
find a
think-
table to flip. Be right back. Flipping all the tables.
Yeah.
Big
Done.
Mike has the best noodle.
Flip the table and walk away.
Point made.
Don't even
Bless
have
you!
noodles anymore.
Yeah, no. I mean, there's a significant lack of noodles in Warlords of Draenor. I think back in Draenor they had no noodles. And
They
that's
brought
a
back
shame.
tables, and only the good feasts come from the barn or whatever it is now.
Yeah, I think that's kind of funny. Like, what's the point of cooking if you can't get the like great good stuff from it regularly?
Yeah.
But
Pull and don't
Off
cook.
topic. Who's the next class?
I don't know.
Warlock.
Warlocks. Okay.
Dash, you all excited to talk next?
So, Warlocks. We have.
And
Not
next
much.
we'll talk about
Yeah.
You guys can bring
We,
people to us in raids. That's good.
Yeah, we can summon people. We have
you
little
can
lock.
DDoS attack.
The lock rocks. We got little lock rocks.
Well,
I've called Blizz, and they're actually boogers. So can we just all agree and call them luck boogers from now on?
okay. But the lock boogers don't give as much health as a healing tonic. So
Yeah,
how do you?
It's like
really
you're like
benefit
nobody.
them?
Like I'll
You're
put them
not
out in a
boosting the
group,
right-
and people are like, "Oh, no, thank you."
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's
that.
the normal
Fish,
reaction
fish.
when you offer boogers to somebody. They
I
should
don't
say,
need that.
no, thank you.
Or I'll get in a pug and be like, "Oh, there's a warlock in here." No, thank you.
Is
He
this
can
that
summon
bad? Seriously?
people,
Yeah.
then we'll kick him.
Yeah, I'd be like, oh, we need DPS in our group. You're not DPS.
No, but is it seriously that bad? Like your numbers are really, really low, or it's just that it's so gear intensive that it's hard to compete?
It's like all we can do is DPS, but none of our, besides destruction right now,
Does it destroy?
doesn't destroy really. It kind of
It does not. It doesn't
Yeah.
destroy.
It's really low. We're usually like, no matter how good I'm doing or critting or whatever, I'm usually at the bottom. Whereas the next class we'll talk about can be like, oh, I'm tanking. Oh, I'm at the top. I'm at the
Yeah.
top. But
Zagor mentions that the nerf to Rain of Fire hurt really badly.
yes,
Yeah, did.
yes. Like
But
we can't.
he's still pulling big numbers, though. Z's the man with the Warlock.
Well, like we can, like we have that new ability. What, Cataclysm? Haha.
You
That
do
thing-
have that?
That thing is pretty awesome. But
Everyone
we-
needs me.
Does
can-
it wear weird masks? Because I heard that's
Yeah, yeah.
bad.
I mean, that is awesome. Like it makes up
No,
for a
don't
lot
no,
of things.
don't put it back. Oh God,
Yeah,
You gotta have
Affliction,
nightmares.
as
I
Mi-
I love
do
you guys.
as Maisry said, Affliction is nice for arenas and stuff, but it's like, if you want a DPS and you want to raid, it's like, yeah, we can do okay, but it's like, there's, what, 6 other classes that you'd rather play as DPS before you play a Warlock?
Like a druid.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
It's
but
true.
balanced druid. No,
Or a
balanced
priest, or a
And
monk.
Also,
Well, like right now,
balanced
the 3 top are what, warriors, monks, and hunters. Would you
Oh.
say?
Hunter's
Yeah.
got it at the top.
Yeah. Hunters, okay, they can only DPS, right? But
Yeah.
monks, they could be everything. Warriors, they could DPS and tank at the same time.
You
Yeah.
can also heal with first aid.
But then I got my warlock, and we're like, oh, we're down there.
We have a request for more wigs, so one of you next cast has to wear a wig. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Sure.
I'll wear a wig.
That's
For the
not
kids'
gonna
Christmas
happen.
party for our company, I'm actually Santa Claus on Sunday.
Oh.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
So you'll
Oh my
have,
God.
Okay, you guys, you heard it here first. Santa Claus will be on our cast next.
Well, I won't have it. My wife has a Mrs. Claus outfit.
Oh, even
Well, that fits
better. Even
Let's
better.
have Mrs.
I'm gonna
Claus
pay-
come visit.
Cataclysm
I'm
will
gonna
be
pay
Mrs. Claus.
Cataclysm to go with Mrs. Claus and your Iron Mask both together for the next cast.
I will.
Let's ruin everybody's Christmas.
She might.
Ruin everybody's Christmas.
Let's
Ruin
ruin.
everybody's Christmas. Nice, Shadow.
So, how about them warriors?
Oh, warriors.
Well, let's
But-
see. They were tanking. They were killing everyone in DPS.
And they
That's
weren't even
the-
DPS. They were just like,
Yeah.
I'm going to
Yeah,
tank.
but they nerfed them to the ground though.
They did. Yes. They put
Yeah.
them about where they should be right now.
Yeah, I've always loved warrior tanks. I played a warrior tank for years, so of course I love warrior tanks. They have a special place in my heart.
He was amazing in SO. I liked him so much. I did the Brawler Guild with my warrior, got to rank 10. And I mean, it was so fun. You could move, you have, tons of utility. I think warrior DPS was really fun. Nah, the ability pruning kind of pruned
Yeah.
it.
Arms and Fury, Gorgsane is in the middle of the pack, but right at the end of SO, they were top. They were hugely at the top.
Mm-hmm.
Let's have, a
He
new
says
class.
that gladiator's going to get nerfed again.
Oh yeah, I'm sure it will. It's still some tanks that know how to play their class really good in Gladiator are putting out still huge numbers,
They are, yeah.
and it's all based on players. Like if players can play their class to the best of their ability, they're going to surpass whatever Simcrafts are saying.
Yeah, probably. It's really a matter of we'll see how everything does once they start getting the eye levels up there, because everything's been
Yeah.
moving so gear level dependent.
6.1, I'm sure they'll have pretty good patch notes. Hopefully, instead of all these hot nerfs.
Hot nerfs.
Yeah, there's definitely been a lot of
They
hot
say
nerfs,
fixes.
hot
They say
buffs.
it's hot fixes, but it's hot nerfs.
Hot nerfs. Mm.
Hot
Mhm.
nerfs.
There's been some buffs. Hopefully, there's more too. They
Yeah.
definitely haven't stopped trying to even things out, which is good.
Small complaint. I'm gonna say that the beta for Warlords was so close and nobody got in basically. and they came up with a game that had a terrible launch and a bunch of classes that are subpar or uneven. And I feel that Blizzard hasn't handled their beta the way they should have. And maybe it was so closed that they didn't got the numbers they should have got. So we end up with a raid tier that's going to start with a bunch of classes that don't feel quite right. And I think that's on their part. Like, they should have fixed that before.
That's a good point. Hopefully they do better in the future with fixing stuff, which hopefully.
But hey, we have Blood of Models now. Yay!
That's good. That's
What
always
else
good.
models? That's,
Yeah.
that's pretty,
Models
yeah,
on the
models.
catwalk.
yeah.
On the catwalk.
On the gift list.
Yep. Shadow.
Thank you.
On the gift. There's gonna be a come by an Ehgi gif. Money
Yeah.
goes to per grievance. Now this next topic, I know a lot of people are gonna be excited about. It definitely has made this expansion amazing. Garrisons, so
Yeah.
much fun, so much to do. And Catty, you actually made an amazing outline in the forums that everybody can look at, talking all about garrisons. You can tweak them for your gameplay. Just so much to do. It's been beautiful.
Yeah, it's a big project to take on what I attempted to do, and lots of things are changing, but it's hard. Garrisons are fun though. It's a lot of work. It makes you almost not want to play an alt ever because you just got so much to do. Unless you're
There's buildings that give you benefits. So
Yeah.
you can have you stable on your halt, and there's some buildings that feel like they're designed to go on alts. But
Oh, for sure, yeah. Stables is the good one with the 20% run in Draenor.
I think garrisons is like the coolest thing ever.
Yeah.
I would agree with that.
It's
I
it's,
just-
it's like whenever you talk to anybody about what's Warlords like or how's the new expansion or stuff, like what's the one thing you mentioned?
Garrisons.
Oh, garrisons.
The invasions are fun now that they're semi-fixed, I think, right now. I don't know about the Iron Horde invasion, but did a
It's
Shadow
hard.
Council. We did a Shadow Council one
Yeah, I got
last.
gold last night.
We actually got gold in it,
Nice.
so we were like,
we did.
well,
too.
at least it's not broken this week.
Did you got anything out of it? I just got
No,
I got gold.
garrison and gold.
Garrison stuff and gold.
Actually, the Horde people were the first ones to get it, and I actually went down while they were doing it and listening in on them. And the one guy actually did get an epic that dropped out of it, so that was cool.
That's what I was hoping.
First I've heard about it, and I haven't heard anybody get anything since then. It's fairly
Just
rare.
that one time, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But not even to mention like our followers, right?
Yeah.
Like leveling
I
up, leveling
get
up,
horrible rolls.
leveling up followers and gearing them up and getting the new missions. And I haven't even got to like raids yet, right? But
I did not like Star Wars: The Old Republic at all. But that said, being able to manage my followers wherever I was fantastic. And God, I hate having to come back to my garrison every 40 minutes.
it's a time sink. That's all it is.
Well, you
Yeah.
I
Get
have
that one
chores.
fall-
I have a mine. I have fishing dailies. I have cooking dailies. I have whatever. I have tons of stuff to do. Can I not have to go back to my garrison every 40 minutes, please? That's just like my biggest gripe with it.
But see, now
I
that
got
you got your mine, you don't need mining anymore.
I guess.
That's
I know.
true.
Right?
It's ruined a lot of things too.
It has.
Yeah.
Like even fishing
Yeah.
now, like I just got one more type of fish to catch, and then I never have to go fish out in Draenor again. I just fish in my pond. Well, it's to feed it's to feed the feral druid. So
Yeah,
Feed the
you
pharaohs.
should. Then you should, because the feral druid is cool.
I actually got my first 630 mission today, and I'm very excited because they give me 645 shoulders. So that's something to look forward to.
Damn, that's cool.
I've been getting those stones, quite a bit of them lately from the
Yeah, I
follower
have 3.
missions.
Me too.
That's
I have
3.
10.
Yeah, I think I got 12 now.
Mm.
Jesus.
Yeah, you need
10% away.
You need
Yeah.
120 or 122 for the legendary.
125.
Yeah, and that's only chapter 2 of the legendary. I wonder
Yeah,
what
yeah,
else we're up to.
Jesus.
They just put it.
You know
in
there's
there
going
'cause
to be a
they know they're not
PvP
gonna
thing.
have- They're not gonna have the next step for a long while. I mean, everybody will have those stones. I'm just looking, the people that will join Warlords of Pandaria. Um, in a couple of raid tiers, they'll have to farm 125 stones while current content will be active, and that's gonna be such a gate. When you look back at the cloak in Mist of Draenor, you know, you have to come back. You have to come back and farm Valor for 3
You better
weeks.
get your boxes in front of you so you know what expansion we're playing.
I have the digital copy and boned. But anyway, I mean, I felt like it was gated, and it was so long to get the cloak. And I did not get the cloak before everybody spam it in chat. I did not get the cloak because at the point where I should have got the cloak, I needed I didn't need anything back in LFR, and I really don't felt like going back in LFR, so I never did. And then I never got the cloak. So, those quests are cool, but when you don't do them as they progress, it's kind of annoying to catch them back.
Yeah. And then buildings. I love that you can have a building for your profession. It gives you a boost. And I definitely am loving the Dwarven Bunker, actually. Because I like being able to upgrade my followers. Love seeing what stuff they can bring back. Apparently, who was it? Demian got a Seal of Fate from a mission. I haven't seen a Seal of Fate yet, but that's kind of cool. Lucky you. But there's definitely certain buildings that go together better depending on how you're going to play. If you're going to play casual, you want these buildings. If you're going to rage, you want these buildings. And Caddy or Garrison and you definitely covers that wonderfully. If anybody wants to check that out in the forums.
That post is fantastic.
A lot of credit though comes from those girls at Wowhead. They put a lot of good stuff together. I'm just trying to take bits and pieces and make my own. But those girls at Wowhead are just amazing. But that's what they do. That's their life. That's how they make their cash.
It's
I love chopping down
great
trees.
living.
You like talking about who?
I love chopping down trees.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean,
I got a
Especially
lump.
the
I
ones
got
that
my
pop
lumber,
heels.
the lumber mill. I'm like walking around.
Yeah.
I unlocked the lumberjack title like 2 days ago, and I was like, "Cool, I'm never gonna
Lumberjack,
use that, but I'm happy." Yeah, I'm Shadowborn the lumberjack or lumberjack Shadowborn, something like that. Yeah,
Lumberjack slam. Lumberjack slam.
that too.
Yeah. Girl, I have no idea what
Maybe.
that is. Do they have Denny's
No.
in Canada?
Denny's? Yes. Of course we do.
Do we? I'm from Quebec. That doesn't work.
Yeah. Do
from
you have it in
Quebec,
That's
Quebec?
France.
Look, listen, I live so up north that the only thing we have is a McDonald's, and they serve popsicles.
They serve popsicles.
It's actually fishsicles. all right?
Fishsticles?
Fish tickles? That's different.
Fishsticles.
Fishsticles. What are we talking about?
That's different. Push that aside.
Moving
Dungeons
on.
rating.
So I have a suggestion.
Yes.
We are already at almost an hour and a half in our cast.
Holy cow.
Yes.
Wow.
That-
This has been
Yeah.
fun then.
Yes.
And
Winning
we
the
still
master.
have we haven't gone under 65 viewers. That's great.
Yeah. But we still have the open discussion part and a giveaway to do.
That's true. Oh yeah, we
Should-
can save.
Should we save maybe
Yeah, let's
because that
save
could be a
some
very
first.
detailed discussion.
Oh.
We could have an hour and a half about the next section, especially
What's
once
the
we all
next
get
section?
in dungeons and raids.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's
well, we
true.
raided last night too, so I could go on for at least an hour on that.
Yeah.
That's not.
I agree that
Oh, you don't want to hear how we got the first boss down in 3 attempts?
Oh.
I
We
will
did
mention
not
one thing
even
about.
log on tonight. Yesterday night.
Oh,
Sorry.
really?
Our
Oh,
I
server
will
was
mention one
crap
thing
tested.
about dungeons. I'm happy they have the challenge mode out there as something to do later on, an ego boost kind of thing, and there's achievements for it, and it brings down your item level, so it'll always be there to do. Kind of disappointed that heroics became obsolete pretty quick.
Yeah, well, especially next week when LFR comes out, like, it's not a big jump to get in there. 615 item level. Just go to Nagrand with your Dwarven Bunker, or what's the Horde version?
War mill. It's
War
a mill
mill.
that produces
War
war.
mill. It's a mill, a war
That produces
mill.
war. It's spinning. It gives you war.
Yeah, it gives you
Amounts
war.
of war. You can go
War.
get boxes of war.
Tons of war.
Yep. We don't need to be
need-
in a bunker.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nah, I just want to mill my war
Yeah.
daily.
No, my war.
But yeah, heroics are going to be obsolete as soon as LFR comes out.
Yep.
Yep.
I agree, and that's sad because I was happy that 5-mans were becoming relevant again.
Yeah.
And then I feel that nobody's gonna go back in there as soon as Alpha will be released, which is kind of a bummer because I was hoping for them to put more emphasis on 5-man content than LFR, because
Yeah. Go do your achievements, get your mount, and then you're done. That's what it's
and
gonna
get
be.
Crowman. By the way, I've killed Crowman 3 times now, so
Really?
gonna work on my 4th attempt at killing Crowman pretty soon.
You're not supposed to kill him though.
Well, I'm special.
You're
Yeah.
special.
You're very special. You're a
You're
druid.
special. You're special to me.
So special.
Thank you.
Oh, singing.
Ooh,
That's our
dude,
singing
that's DJ
segment, right?
Dashivah.
Yeah.
Well, to move on, this section is for our guild leaders, and it's for announcements. Do you guys have anything announcements you want to make? Any shout outs? Anything exciting you want to say that the guild's done? That the guild plans? This is all for you guys.
Mr. Kata.
Oh, I'm gonna go first. I just want to say, awesome job last night raiding. Like, 3rd attempt on a boss no one knew about. Raid leader wasn't there. Everyone pulled together, helped each other out, and we got it down. Like, that was huge. That was tons of fun. Next boss, we kind of face rolled, but it happens. We're learning. Everyone's learning. Everyone's doing a great job. Guild Bank's getting a lot of stuff in it. Thanks for everyone putting stuff in the Guild Bank. I'll have to put a shout out to Mokyo for putting 80 salvage feasts in there. That's huge,
Savage.
man. Savage. What did I say?
Salvage.
Sure, whatever.
Also,
I'm
same thing.
salvaging gear. But it's awesome. Our community band of misfits come together and we have tons of fun every night. And we wouldn't be where we were without all the members.
Awesome.
Shadow.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
I actually don't have a whole lot to say, honestly, concerning raiding, because we were not able to raid yesterday due to
We weren't even able to nothing.
do anything.
Yeah, we were.
Anyway, we were not planning raids this week. We decided on waiting a week. It's not that we don't have enough people to go in there. It's just that we didn't feel like putting too much pressure on people, and we want to bring as many people as we can. So we decided on anyway waiting for next week. I know that there's members that are plug-in or that they are making smaller group going there and some mechanics, which is cool. But we'd rather wait a week. Next week we're going in there though, so I'm expecting tons of kills and loot and 0 wipes, because we never wipe. And yeah.
We never
Challenge.
wipe. I better
Yeah.
not stream any of our raids then, because
Yeah, that's
I should record it, edit all the wipes out, and then play it like we're actually raiding, and then
Perfect.
so
And
we
then your
will raid for 15
timestamp
minutes.
timestamp will be like 7 start
Yeah.
and it'll be like 9 finish.
you'll see us
boss
like
kill.
you'll see us like change clothes and beards and
Yeah.
yeah, we did
But
this
no,
all an
anyway,
hour.
we did not raid, so I don't have anything to say about that.
Oh.
What I'm gonna have to say though is that I don't have major announcements. 2 things that changed on the point of organizational changes. We actually changed the way we're gonna do guild repairs. So I encourage everybody who's interested in that to go look at the forum in the org section, the post that I made today about it. I'm not gonna go into details here, but it's there. We also changed the way we will do raiding. We actually created the raider rank. Well, actually, I will create it as soon as I have time. But anyway, yeah, there's a new set of rules that apply to it, and I again encourage everybody who's interested in maybe raiding with us in the future to go and look at the org section in the raid sub forums section. You'll find a sticky there or an announcement there that will explain you all the new raiding politics and the raider rank in and out.
Nice.
And that's pretty much it for the announcement. I'm super stoked that we had so many new members to join us and play with us. Everybody seems to fit really well, and I've been saying that for the longest time, but I'm so proud of everybody in this guild, and especially my officers. I think it's important when you manage a guild like both do me and Cataclysm. You can do it on your own, and when you have jobs and lives and blah blah blah, you need a solid team of people to help you out. And I gotta say, I'm pretty lucky because the officers, the people I work with to manage that fantastic guild, are just working so hard to do fantastic results. So yeah, big shout outs to them because they're fantastic. Yeah, and they make me look great, but I don't do anything my officers do.
You're adorable.
They make me look
No, that's
great
true,
too,
though.
buddy.
Yeah, they make me look great, which is a feat. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it.
That's good to hear. It's always great hearing from you guys, and I bet your guild loves being able to hear from you, like this on the cast and everything. They hear from you all the time. They're enjoying your face.
They're putting
They're
a
enjoying your face.
Speaking
to
of
the name
face,
now.
Enjoying your
no, take that away.
I'm gonna come up with a new
faces,
one every cast now. This is gonna be my new.
That'd be awesome.
Can I just bust a myth now, Ehgi? I spoke to you about it.
Go ahead. I approve.
For the past 4 years, there was a myth going. I've joined Grievance 4 years ago, and actually tonight going to prove that I actually wear pants when I'm at my computer.
Yes.
So it
Are
does
those,
happen.
are those pants or those like boxers right there?
Sit up
It's
on your chair.
pajamas, but they're still pairs.
Oh,
Proof
okay.
It's still pants. Proof being that you don't see my butt right now.
Oh, okay.
So
Oh, wow.
he
Check
put
this
these
out.
on before the cast started, and we saw him in the background behind his bike.
I had to shield my
Yeah.
eyes.
Yeah.
But that's it. So myth busted. I wear pants.
To wrap things up, we do have an open discussion section. If you guys
But before
want to
we
get
start that
Oh.
open section, during
Yay!
the open section part, we will be giving away the pet. So
Oh.
while this open section discussion is going on, there will be the giveaway for
Do you have a picture of
the
the pet?
It can be whatever pet you want on the store.
Oh.
Yes. So any of these pets. Let's see if I can screen capture this right here. Any
Oh.
of these pets right here. Look at it.
and then we broke 100 viewers.
And then look at
Yeah.
any of those pets, so you can get little XT or Ragnaros or the little Pandaren Monk for Shadow. You can get
No.
that. Yeah.
And don't get little XT because that thing breaks my train set, and that make me sad.
Yep.
Don't
So
care.
any of these, yes, it will be a raffle diocese, and so I will tell you what you have to do.
You can get a
So-
Pandaren monk.
Don't.
Yes.
I think Shadow.
Oh yeah,
should-
the new
that way
charity
I'm at-
pet's out. It's so cute.
I think
Yes.
you should get that, Shadow, so you have me at your side all the time.
Yes. Yes. But okay.
Race change. Then that.
So I'm gonna give away something, guys, and you guys are just like, we're not
Sorry.
in TeamSpeak, guys. TeamSpeak. Okay, so to check how many points you have for watching and how many you have earned, you have to do exclamation point or I points, and you can see how many points you have. You will be able to, once the raffle starts, you will be able to buy tickets for the raffle. Each ticket costs 5 points. You can buy a max of 100 tickets. So depending on how many points you want to spend, that's how many tickets you can buy, or you can choose how many ever points you want to spend. Then at the end of the timer, so 5 minutes from now, there will be the raffle, and it will announce the winner of what ticket we pull out of the digital box.
There's not a hat?
No hat, the digital hat. Thanks.
Aw.
Thanks, Kara. Thanks, expansion.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
They took my name, alright?
They
all
took your
right.
name.
So right now we're gonna start the 5-minute timer, and the raffle will start now.
Oh, where's the Jeopardy music when you need it?
Yay!
No, we're doing the open discussion now. So
Oh,
there's
okay.
your instructions. You have to enter I ticket, and then a space, and then the number of tickets you want to buy for 5 points each. So
This is so
go.
exciting. Oh, yeah, this is so exciting. I'm so happy with how many people have come out tonight, too. This has been a great turnout. We hit, was it 75 at one point, or was it 74-ish? How many viewers did we hit?
70 something.
72, I think it was.
While you guys are buying tickets, too, this is the open discussion section, mostly for you guys. So if you want to hear us talk about something, you want to ask one of these beautiful men questions or anything you can think of, just Go ahead and type it in and let us know.
Everyone's too busy with the tickets.
They're like free stuff.
Tickets.
Yep.
Carl can't find his
They
ticket.
can't find tickets.
Look,
They can't find tickets. What do you mean they can't find tickets?
I don't know.
Oh,
which-
Coral. He's not typing it in right. See how
Oh.
everyone else is typing it in, Coral? With the no, see, look at you're missing the
Space.
exclamation point. You're missing the exclamation point. Oh, see, look at you're missing the exclamation point.
Exclamation point. Ticket. Space.
Look at everybody
20.
else. Yeah, look at categories.
Yes.
Listen to him.
that's how you do it, Carl.
Yeah.
Just
It's funny they got
yeah.
that new toy that brings critters and you can follow them around.
Oh,
like-
he still did
Oh, yeah.
it. Coral.
I have to agree. I feel like professions got really borked, especially the farming professions. Like, there's no point in having mining. There's no point in having
Nope.
gardening until once you have your level 3 thing, you can get more than you need. Ore prices are terrible because ore is not used in enough. And I feel like, I mean, plant prices have stayed up, so herb
Yeah.
prices. So maybe if they add ore to more recipes, they'll see the prices go back up. But yeah, it's
Ore is bad. It's like
Yeah.
5 gold per piece for either one on
It's
Proudmoore.
Mhm.
2?
The piece and
Oh, that's even worse.
yeah.
Coral,
It's
you're
change.
killing me.
It's just change.
But
Trocian wants. Oh, sorry.
skinning's not bad. It's still got to go out and skin, I think, unless you have the stables. Is it that, or is it the farm?
Terrible. I picked up skinning this expansion. I started at 0.
So
had
did
to kill
I.
I had to kill 700 mobs.
It's
Painful,
terrible.
but luckily I have Starfall, so I can kill 45 of them
Don't
at
even
one
talk
spell.
to me, Druid.
Yes.
You and your Starfall. It was like when I was questing and Druid's a Starfall. Yeah, exactly. It was like I'm gonna
You wanna-
get this. Oh, I need to get away from this Druid. That's what I need. Look at Coral. You're hurting my heart.
Carl, don't. He's trying. No, don't. Ignore him. He's gonna go away.
Yeah, yeah.
I've added a Starfall graphic to my tank.
Okay,
Nice.
nice. Very nice. Very nice.
Trocian wants to know what you guys think of the storyline so far.
I think it's
Um,
great.
Yeah.
The
what I
videos
haven't
at the
skipped
end
was cool.
is awesome. Like after finishing each zone, you get that cinnamon. Like it's great. Especially in the grand one. I'm not going to give any spoilers
Yeah.
on that one, but that one was awesome.
Can I just say that Troll is a big cheater? That's all I'm gonna say.
What? How is
He
Troll a cheater?
He cheated. You
How?
know it.
I
you know.
don't. How?
He cheated.
Explain.
He brought a gun to a knife fight.
Yeah, well, how's that cheating?
That's
He
not
was just
spoiling.
smarter.
He's a cheater.
You're just mad because
You
he's
see-
not Horde anymore.
He's bald. That's what cheater gets.
I'm going bald, so now I'm a cheater. So yo,
If the
that's
ad
what it was
fits.
getting at. That's what it was getting at.
If the mask fits,
Yeah, if the mask.
If the mask fits.
I think you
That's
saw
what
that
time
it
we
did.
at right now.
We have 48 seconds.
Ooh, it's getting there, guys. Buy your tickets. Yeah.
I don't
Did
even
Coral
know.
finally get his tickets?
No, he didn't.
No.
Aw, Coral, you can do it. I believe in
Coral,
you.
do I do the exclamation points to see how many points you have? See how everybody else is doing it? Like everybody? Closing in 30 seconds, Coral.
You can do it. Come on, come on, come on. Go, go, go.
I'll have to do a stream on how to do
Yeah. A how-to video.
how to I take it.
Yeah.
How to type this expression.
Oh, look at it, Coral. You have 46
You have
points.
46 points.
Coral, you have
Coral.
3
Wow.
seconds. Oh no.
Threes. You're done.
It's 9.
It's-
You can buy 9 tickets.
Okay.
Coral's like 200 points.
We
Aw.
have 16 viewers have entered.
Wow. We have 64 viewers and only 16 entered. I
Yeah.
felt like there was more than that.
Yep. Oh, you still didn't do it.
Now you spelled I ticket?
yeah. Sorry, Coral. Okay, you guys, hold on. It's closed. It's closed. Tickets have all come in. We have 118 tickets from 16 different people. Now I'm going to draw the winner. And if Steelheart wins, I'm gonna punch him. 'Cause he
Oh.
Steel, you can't win.
He wins
No.
he wins like during
Dash, I'm telling you that because I like you, but Steel is a martial artist.
No, I know, but I'm still
teacher,
gonna punch
so
him.
you should not punch him.
I'm gonna punch
Just say it.
physically, right there. And I see him. Okay, he has.
Flash
he
you on
has
Dash.
yeah. Okay. Yeah, flash you on me. Yeah, Steel's like he's gonna wax on, and then wax off, and then I'm gonna be like, okay. Who's gonna be the winner?
Oh my god.
Yay!
Cyclone.
Congrats, Cyclone.
Wow,
Good job.
22% chance to win. Holy cow.
Yep.
Yay!
That's
Yeah,
better than
yeah.
personal loot.
Yes. Cyclone also spent the most amount of points.
Oh
Oh,
wow.
So
wow.
that's why he had a 22% chance to win.
Nice. Good job.
Congrats,
He
Cyclone.
spent a little bit more than Steelheart.
Ooh.
Steel got beat.
Yeah, Steel. Steel's probably like, did Dash just say he's gonna punch me?
Yep. And I successfully talked you out of it. I like that to be noted too.
I think.
But,
Because you were about to do it. You
I think
were
we'll have
going
to
to do
we'll
it.
have to make a rule that people that stream on this channel cannot win giveaways on the channel.
Maybe. But thanks everybody for coming out. This has been a great turnout for the first Azeroth Almanac. We had a ton of stuff to talk about. We still have a ton to talk about next time. Sorry to some people if they couldn't be in for the full thing because it ran so long. But it was the first cast, so we had a lot to talk about, whole expansion and all that. But yeah, thank you everybody. And I'm thankful for my hosts. You guys did great. You guys were funny, you guys were engaging.
Thanks for
I
having
loved
us.
it.
Yep. And make sure if you
Thanks.
haven't yet, click follow here on Twitch. Also below is our YouTube link, our Twitter link. Follow us there. Subscribe to us there. We'll be doing this every other week. We'll see how it goes.
Hopefully I'm not late.
Yeah. Hopefully you don't get stuck
Hopefully
in
you won't wear a mask.
an oil rig. Yeah. Hopefully you won't wear a
Yeah.
mask.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I told you, new something every week. It has to be.
Mm.
I got my Stay Puft Marshmallow Man costume for Halloween, so I can so wear that.
Yes. Oh, you've already named two that we already have the next two cast costumes. You're gonna be Mrs. Claus first,
Oh yeah, yeah.
and then
It
you're
is
gonna be
good.
the Stay Puft Marshmallow
It
Man.
might be something we don't necessarily want to see. I mean,
Why
we
don't
know.
you dress up?
Look, I wore pants. I wore
Really
pants
serious?
today. You made me
Look.
wear pants. That's a good start.
That's good.
Baby steps, maybe at some point.
Yeah, but
You gotta have
Buy
fun.
me a Murloc. Buy me a Murloc costume, and I'll wear it.
Murloc
Not
costume.
even.
right?
I'll even yell.
Sounds like a turkey there.
No, you gotta sound like you're puking. That's actually the
Oh,
sound
is that-
of yoing Murloc. Isn't
Sounds
it
like you're
accurate?
drowning on water.
Well, I'm a Murloc, duh.
But okay, we've run a long time. Thank you guys so much for coming out. Thank you, everybody. Have a wonderful night. You guys want to say goodbye to everybody? Any shout outs?
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Have a good
Have a
time.
wonderful night. Thank you for watching.
Alliance for life.
Yay.